Hi, how's it going? Buongiorno. Yeah, wow, yeah, I know. I've been about. It's been at least a week since I last done a video. Um, Lots of stuff has been going on. Unfortunately, not comic or geeky orientated sort of things. Um, I do have a sort of an unbagging to do. I've just been to my local comic book shop. Before I do that. The drink of the gods, traditional mead. Go get some. Unless, of course, you're not old enough to drink it. Yeah, excuse me. I've been drinking this all day. Has had no effect on me whatsoever. Hasn't calmed me down or anything. Um, yes, comic book unbagging. Excuse the mess. I'm just trying to sort some bits and pieces out. As always in this place, it's so small that I need to try and fit things in and such. Yeah, I'd sack the maid. Unfortunately, that's me. So, yeah, comic book unbagging. I didn't really pick up that much. He said. That's what I got. Not really that much. Well, I'll quickly go through it and show you what I've picked up. As you probably all know, I don't get a chance to go to my local comic book shop as often as a lot of people do, so I don't get my comics weekly. I pick them up monthly. So there's probably a lot of comics here that you've all read and know all about in any case, and you'll probably go, "Why are you showing us that for? It's an old one," but it's not old to me. Start off with probably the two best comics DC are bringing out right now: Swamp Thing number 11 and Animal Man number 11. Absolutely fantastic. The only reason why I'm really buying DC comics at the moment. Another, I suppose, interesting comics that are coming out of DC is the Before Watchmen comics. This is number 2 of the Minutemen, normal cover. Number 2 of the Silk Spectre, which isn't a bad little series. And this is probably the best series out of it so far, which is Ozymandias, number 1. Which is really strange because this has got Jay Lee artwork in it, and a lot of the times I've seen comics. When was the last time I saw Jay Lee artwork in a comic? When Marvel had Marvel Knights, the Fantastic Four Marvel Knights, it was just called Four, as in four, as in number 4. And Jay Lee did artwork in there. It was so dark and so, yeah, you just really couldn't tell what was going on. But this is quite light, actually. I mean, I'll show you some of the interior artwork for it. Look at that. That is pretty cool. Now this is the sort of the stuff that I would love to see Jay Lee do all the time. Absolutely brilliant. It's bright. It's clear, crisp. Some of the features in it are a little bit sort of like, I don't know, weird, I suppose, sort of like squashed but stretched at the same time. And everybody seems to have red noses as well, which is a bit peculiar. But other than that, this is probably the best miniseries out there so far for the Before Watchmen comics. So, in my opinion, anyway. What else we got? Really weird comic from Marvel, the Infernal Man Thing number 2. Really enjoying this, and it is really weird. You've got inside. You've got 3. This is issue 2. You've got a 3-part story because it's a 3-issue miniseries, which continues on a story that was published in the original Man Thing series from the early 1970s. And obviously, you know, people aren't going to have that. So not only do you have the new story, which has got the same characters in it, but you also have... I didn't realize how badly cut that was. Wow, they completely screwed up on that. You also have the old story as well. What I was saying about being completely screwed up, I take it this page originally was like on 2 separate pages, you know, facing each other. Bit of a balls up, Marvel. If it was personally, if it was me, I would have stuck, say, like maybe a poster or something after that one, so that you could have got that picture to give it a bit more better effect than having to flip over the page and going, oh yeah, that's weird. But other than that, really good comic. Really good comic. Another old comic. This one's from June, but I've got the normal wraparound cover of this. This is the Astonishing X-Men number 51. There you go. And the only reason why I got this was because of the cover. Really, you've obviously got Reed and Sue Storm. That's North Star and his now husband, whose name I can't remember. And on the back you have Professor X and the Sherry Queen, Shiar Queen, whatever her name is. Black Panther and Storm. I'm got a funny feeling. Yeah, that's Leather Jacket and Wasp, Yellow Jacket and Wasp. Sorry, you've got the wedding of Vision and Scarlet Witch. You have Quicksilver and Crystal, Submariner, and is that Namorita? And Luke Cage and Jesse Jones, and obviously that's Colossus, Cyclops and Jean Grey. Yeah, and as you know, this is the first the first same-sex marriage in a comic book. Really, this is what Marvel brought out, and then DC brought out Earth 2, where they made Green Lantern gay, as we all know. That wasn't for the hype, was it? No. Anyway, carry on. Oh, this is brilliant. Revival #1, absolutely fantastic. It's not so much a zombie comic; it's more of a resurrection comic. Yeah, definitely, absolutely brilliant. If you haven't got this yet, pick it up because it is worth getting, and you will never see teeth in the same light again. Let's put it that way. Yeah, definitely. Revival, definitely worth picking up. Like this could be, I don't know if it's an ongoing series, whether it's a mini series, but I reckon this could be the next Walking Dead. Really, really good. Bummer. I got the wrong cover for this one. They gave me the wrong cover. Yeah. Star Trek Next Generation and Doctor Who Assimilation 2 #3. It's a nice enough cover, but I wanted that one, which you probably can't see. Yeah, I wanted that one because it's got the Tom Baker 4th Doctor on it and Captain Kirk, William Shatner, Captain Kirk on it. I might see if I can pick it up somewhere. Still, definitely worth picking up. Really good story. This is 2 great science fiction series on TV and movies, and that clash together fantastically. Getting to the final stretch now of this comic. The Boys #68. Only another 4 issues to go of that, unfortunately. Really good. If you haven't got this already, or haven't read this already, pick up the trades for it because it's really good. We have creator-owned Heroes 2 with Part 2 of Trigger Girl 6 and Part 2 of American Muscle. Oh, that's interesting. On the back, there's an advert for trade paperback, oversized hardcover of a comic by Jimmy Palmiotti and Justin Gray called The Monolith. Now, I'm sure that was done by DC Comics. I'm sure that was put out by DC Comics first. I might be wrong, but yeah, but still, looks pretty good. What else do we have? Jennifer Blood #14. Really nice photo cover there. This is just going wild and crazy as well. And if you haven't picked up, if you haven't picked up any of the comics from the Valiant universe yet, go get them. Alright, Exo Man of War's on issue 3, I've got that in here. Harbinger number 2. This here, Valiant Comics, is how a comic company should be rebooted. Okay, DC, Dan Didio, if you're listening, which you probably ain't, but tough. Yeah, Valiant are doing it right. Okay, what you did was a hack job. Okay, and what you're doing is a hack job. Okay, this has just been an absolute pleasure. All the comics that have come out so far from Valiant have just been absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I know you hear me going on about $3.99 comics are too expensive. These are $3.99 comics, but these are worth the $3.99 you're paying for them, I think. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Harbinger. I'll probably leave that one till last. If you remember the last unbagging I done, you'll probably know why I'm leaving that comic to last. We have Doctor Who Classics Series 4, number 6, which I think is the last issue. There you go. Reprinting the Colin Baker 6th Doctor comic series that were in the Doctor Who magazines in the UK in colour. You've got Jennifer Blood Annual number 1. More the same stuff you get from normal Jennifer Blood. Here we go, another Valiant comic, Exo Man of War 3. Absolutely brilliant. And the artwork in these comics are absolutely gorgeous. There you go. That's the interior artwork for Exo Man of War there. Absolutely brilliant. The new number 1 from Valiant is Bloodshot. This is cover. Yeah, this is the variant edition cover for Bloodshot number 1. So I thought it was the cool out of 2. Really nice. Again, the interior artwork is absolutely amazing there. Really good. If you, like I said, pick up the Valiant stuff because it's amazing. Epic Kill number 3. And a new number 1 from Image, which I haven't read yet but looked interesting. Debris number 1. At the moment, if you see an issue, a number 1 issue from Image Comics, yeah, at the moment, pick it up because everything Image are doing is just phenomenal. It is just a brilliant. I would even go as far to say that DC and Marvel are now no longer the 2 big comics out there, comic companies out there. Maybe in volume or history or continuity, although then again DC at the moment, its continuity is all over the show. But when it comes to actual quality of the comics, not necessarily the volume of comics they're producing or the amount of characters they have, but the actual quality of the stories and the artwork in the comic books, Image Comics just blows Marvel and DC out of the water every single month with the comics that they're bringing out. And like I said, they're number 1s. If you see a number 1 of the Image Comics, pick it up because you know, it'll be worth it. I promise you. This is the last issue, unfortunately, from Oni Press, The Secret History of D.B. Cooper, number 5. And this has been a really good mini-series as well. Really trippy. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. And you've also got from Image Comics Grim Leaper, number 3, which is a really, really weird, but again, fantastic comic from Image. Top notch. Pick it up if you haven't already got it. A comic that I picked it up because it was Mars Attacks, basically. Yeah, Mars Attacks. I liked the Topps comics of Mars Attacks that they brought out in the 1990s. These are okay. They're okay. They are single stories issues. Yeah, they're just continue. There's no continuation in the actual story, so to speak. It's just a single contained story in each issue so far on this. Covers are really cool. John McCree artwork inside is crazy as ever. There you go. Absolutely brilliant. The only thing I would say is the storytelling is a little bit lackluster by John Layman. There are worse comics out there than Mars Attacks for storytelling, if you want. But I do find it a little bit, I mean, I'm getting it and I'm hoping that it will pick up pretty well. But yeah, it's better than some of the comics that I've picked up. If you haven't picked up any of these, if you haven't got the first issue of this or any of the other issues of this, then you've really missed out. This is Saga number 5. There you go. I'm not going to say anything else about that. You have got these next 4 comics. I'm actually thinking of dropping from my comic shop, probably from issue 0. I might see about picking up all the issue 0s because I've got all the issue 1s and I'm a comic book geek and I know it, Demon Knights number 11 has been slowly getting more and more boring the more I've read it. It was really good. The first about 4 or 5 issues that I read of this was really good. Now it's just plodding along as if there's no story to it whatsoever, and they're just trying to fill out issues with anything, random stuff that comes in their head, really. Red Lanterns again was a series. Red Lanterns 11. Again, it was a series that started off really well, really strongly, and it has just very boringly been dragging its arse again along the carpet. I mean, I would almost say the only reason why I'm still getting this is because you get Dexter, the Red Lantern cat, in it every now and then, which isn't really that a reason to pick up a comic. So that's another comic that I'll probably be dropping soon. You've got Green Lantern New Guardians number 11. Again, a comic that started off strong and just hasn't gone anywhere with its story. It's taken 12 issues, 11 issues to get to where it is now, and it's not really gotten anywhere. And I'm sure there's going to be quite a few people out there going, why are you dropping this for? But again, this is one of those ones that it hasn't really gone anywhere. It's Batwoman number 11. And it just, the artwork in it isn't as amazing as it used to be. The story just plods along, and it's almost like blinking. You you do it without realizing you're doing it. This is like blinking. I pick it up and buy it without even realizing I've picked it up and buying it until I start reading it, and I think, yeah, I need to cancel that. And then I get the next lot of comics, and then it's like, oh, I'll pick up again, see if it's got any better. Last few we have got from Avatar, Dan the Unharmable number 3. Fantastic comic, really good. I've said this somewhere on the internet before, but I'm not too sure if I've said it here, that Avatar, I think, is the 21st century version of EC Comics with its... I mean, it's more gory than any EC comic that ever brought out, I think. But it's the style and the way the stuff that they put in the comics. I mean, this comic company, Avatar, has brought you things like this, Dan the Unharmable, Dix, Crossed, which is a completely freaky comic. Crossed is, I tell you, I don't get it, and I wish I had started getting it, but there you go. But yeah, Avatar is a really good comic company again. We have the Doctor Who 100 page spectacular 2012, which it's okay. The only problem is, as a Doctor Who fan, I do have every single comic, every single story that they've got in here. I do have them already in some form or other. Mainly in, yeah, it's just a reprint comic. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories in it, in the 100 pages. If you don't already have those stories and you're a Doctor Who fan or a new Doctor Who fan, then this is probably a good thing to pick up, even though it is $7.99. But if you've already got it, unless you are a complete collector's, you're a complete completist, it's not really worth picking up if you've already got the stories in there. The stories in there are good, but they're not amazing stories, really. The Fourth Doctor stories in there are probably the best stories in there, really, that they've got. There you go. And lastly, for the comics, and I'm going to show this really quickly. Yes, you'll probably know what I'm going to be showing up in a minute. If you want to see this comic, you're going to have to pause the video to have a good look at it. But quite frankly, looking at it, do you really want to have a good look at it? Okay, this is Garth Ennis and John McCree's Dix #6 from Avatar, and this is the offensive cover. Ready? I'm warning you, if you've got small children and small animals, get them out of the room. Okay, they're gone? Right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. There you go. And I think even that was a bit too long. So, yep, there you go. Oh, I didn't show my t-shirt, did I? Captain Britain t-shirt. Best of British. Nothing to do with the Olympics, I must say. I think I must be one of the only people in the whole of the UK that hasn't seen the Olympic ceremony, and I don't really care either. Yeah, what else have I got? Not really that much. I've got some more Magic the Gathering cards. If anybody's interested in seeing what Magic the Gathering cards I've picked up, I've got no problem with showing them if you want me to put a video up for it. Probably the crappiest thing I've picked up at the local comic book shop is this. The Hero Clicks figurine box set. I was hoping that I would get something like a Catwoman or a Bane or a Batman in it, and I ended up getting that. Yeah. Something called a Falcon's Goon or something like that. I don't know. There you go. Yeah, so, but I'm a collector and that, so I probably won't chuck it away. I just won't put it up. So yeah, that's probably the most pointless thing I've bought this week. Really. What else have I got? Do you know what? I think that's it. So yeah, that's it really. I'm going to see if I can do a figurine video. As you can see, I've got a lot of figurines to go through, so that might go through over two videos. And I'm trying to think what else there is. I think that's about it. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Hopefully I will start doing more regular videos now. Again, more than one a week anyway, or one a fortnight at the moment. Thank you everybody for subscribing. Like I said, I need to sort something out because I've now got over 150 subscribers and my view count has gone over 8,000 now. So I really need to think of doing something. It might be a questionnaire thing or something, like everybody's doing at the moment. But we'll see how that goes. I might do a video of that later on. Yeah, so thank you everybody for subscribing. Absolutely fantastic. Please, if you're watching this video for the first time, honestly, it's not usually this hyperactive, and well, actually, it is actually usually hyperactive. It's not usually this messy though, as in the background. No. So yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you everybody for subscribing. Please put a comment down in the comment section. If you like it, thumbs up. If you didn't like it, thumbs down. As I always say, if you don't just thumbs it down and run off and giggle like a little schoolgirl. Say why you didn't like it. You know, say why you thumbs it down. You know, it's interesting to see people's opinion. You know. So yeah, thanks for watching. Take care. Ta-ta for now.